Last time out, I got myself 99 Hunter and 99 Agility, leaving me 2 skills away from maxing, needing only Prayer and Fletching. I have 3 main ways to train Prayer. I can either kill bosses like Vorkath or Hydra to bank Prayer experience, I can do pest control games to gain commendation points to turn into Prayer experience, or I can simply bank the Prayer experience by killing green dragons in the wilderness. Weighing all the options, I've decided to go for Vorkath, and the reason is twofold. First off, there are 6 combat achievements to do there, and I think if I focus on it, I can get everything but the 54-second kill. That one will be RNG with my current gear. And on the other hand, I want to go for the Dragon Bow necklace, as it could have some cool applications in AFK collection log methods, not to mention all the dragon ammunition and alks I'm going to get as well. For these combat tasks, it's actually smart to get a Slayer task, as it gives you the option of using the Blood Fury instead of the Salve amulet, and in the case of the no weapon combat achievement, it's actually better to have a task, as the Salve isn't multiplying through your weapon as well. So that's why I'm at Duradel. Blue Dragon tasks are really rare, so this might take a while, but it's gonna come soon. Wow, very first task, I got a Zuck or Jad task, and well, I don't trust myself to go back into Zuck yet, but there are a couple Jad combat achievements I can go for. First one that I'm going to go for is You Didn't Say Anything About a Bat, which requires completing the whole caves without being hit by a bat at all, even a 0. I realized about 5 minutes into the run that I walked into here without a Bofa or my Twisted Bow to make this combat achievement easier, and the 5 range on the pipe makes dealing with the bats very, very, very annoying.
No! I got hit by a bat.
Well, pretty much at the end of the fight caves now, about to start double majors, and that one bat that hit me is going to be the only bat that hit me the entire time, which just isn't good enough. Duplicate Fire Cape obtained, no combat achievement, but we'll get her next time. Learn from my mistakes, and we can bargain for the Tizrek Jad, and you not lucky. This time. Redemption is on the menu. I got another Jad task after a couple skips, and I'm going to say it to myself multiple times, but I'm not going to forget my other range weapons. I'm bringing in both the Bofa and the Twisted Bow. I have killed all the bats, and none have hit me. As long as I don't die to Jad, I should have this task done. At the same time, I'm going to go for the Denying the Healers 2 combat achievement. It's done by luring Jad to the northeast corner, as I've already done, meaning that none of the healers spawn near him. I can then either DPS Jad down quick enough that they don't ever reach, or I have enough time to tag them all before they reach Jad. Should be very simple. There we go, I completed both a Grandmaster task and a Master task at the same time, netting me 11 combat achievement points. And as per usual, let's gamble this cape away. You not lucky. I picked myself up a Drake's task. Originally they were on my block list, but now that I have a Dragon Hunter Lance, I think they are a great task. Plus, their high Slayer level of 83 means their superior isn't half bad for the imbued heart chance. I want to kill Drakes for the Drake's Tooth, which has a drop rate of 1 in 512 on task, as it can upgrade Holy Sandals into Devout Boots, which are the best in slot prayer boots at +5 prayer bonus. And honestly, for both Range Camp and Mage Camp content, I'd probably wear Devout Boots over Pegasians or Eternals. I don't have the Holy Sandals yet, but getting the Tooth would motivate me to grind them out. Man, this lance is just rinsing through them. Constant 50s. Okay, getting this Blue Dragon task is gonna take forever if I keep getting Jad tasks. I will go for Denying the Healers, the original. This one requires not letting any of the meleeers heal in the fight caves. The first meleeer has spawned, and essentially what we need to do is safe spot every single one of them. If they are within melee range of me, they will heal either themselves or a damaged nearby NPC. I'm going to use the Italy Rock here pretty liberally, as you can safe spot on the south side or the east side due to NPC pathing. Otherwise, I'll safe spot them with other NPCs. The last meleeer is being killed, and assuming I'm not an idiot on Chad, that is another combat achievement done. 2 more combat achievements done, 1 for the 5 kill count and 1 for the meleeers not healing. Those combat achievement points are coming in fast. There's the task, 131 blue dragons, just what we needed. Goodbye, Slayer, thank you for all the Jad tasks. Now let's kill some dragons. The first combat task I'm going to go for is Faithless Encounter, which requires you to kill Vorkath with no prayer points being used. Initially, I think they expected people to one-tick flick this task, but you can just wear mage defensive gear and do a kill without turning any prayer on. My setup is just a lot of food, and as long as I dodge the mechanics, it should be fine. Slayer task most definitely isn't needed for this one, but hey, it's nice to have. Yep, got it on the second attempt. Had to teleport out to get an anti-venom, but that is probably the easiest Grandmaster task I've done yet. The walk, on the other hand, was one of the more frustrating CAs I've gone for so far. Just because I was failing and not making any progress at the same time, you just teleport out as soon as the fail happened. The method is that you click back and then click Vorkath on successive ticks, rinse and repeating. My issue was that I was going slightly faster than a tick, and next thing you know, I was taking a couple 30s, but I got it eventually once I slowed myself down. Next up on the docket is the Fremnik Way, which requires killing Vorkath without a weapon equipped. A Slayer task is really big for this. I wouldn't go for it without. I've seen like 20-minute kills if you do it without. And the reason why is that Torture plus Slayer Helm provides more DPS than Salve Amulet plus Face Guard, and that's due to the fact that there's really low accuracy, meaning the plus 15 accuracy from the Torture is actually really relevant. My setup is basically all of my max melee gear, except the lance is in the bank. In terms of the inventory, I brought Brews and Restores over Prayer Pots and Care Blunts to give me enough HP to survive long enough. Alright, I am never doing that again. That was horrible. 15 minutes of not making any mistakes, but we are through it. Another Grandmaster task down. I got 3 tasks left to go for, one of which is the 54-second speed time, which I'm ignoring as it's just RNG with my gear, and the other 2 are endurance-based tasks. Dodging the dragon requires a 5-kill trip with no damage taken from special attacks, while extended encounter is a flat 10-kill trip. This was the main reason I got the Slayer task, so that I could use the Blood Fury to help out on my sustain.
Ooh, I think I did it. There is the Master Combat task, Dodging the Dragon. Ooh, that one was one of the more difficult CAs I've done yet.
But that leaves only the 10-kill trip. Looks like I'm not going to make it on this one. We'll gear up for the 10 now. For the 10-kill trip, I'm bringing in 9 Super Restores and 10 Brews, hoping that's enough to last me. If I've counted correctly, this should be the 10-kill trip complete. I have 5.5 Brews left, alongside 4 Super Restores. The Blood Fury just went off. I could probably do a couple more, but let's pick up all these bones and start killing the Vorkath regularly. With every task but the 54-second time done, I'm satisfied to move on to regular killing, bank the Blood Fury, and put the Salve Amulet and Face Guard back on. Each Vorkath kill drops 2 superior Dragon Bones worth a total of 2100 prayer experience. On top of that, they have a common drop of Dragon Bones, which equates out to an average of 0.93 per kill, making the total prayer XP bank per kill at 25,068. So we're looking at potentially 1,000 to 1,250 more Vorkath kills to bank everything I need for 99.
Well, that's a really quick kill. Oh my god, I was a second off the GM time. One less hit and I would have got it.
I'm doing some raids with my buddy, and he's gotten his second omelet at 256 raids. Mind you, these are all group raids, so at maximum it's like 30k per raid, so I'd wager he probably has a total of like 7 million total points, and he has 2 pets. That's crazy. Unfortunately though, his purple was a dupe buckler, but still, crazy. Well, that may be the single best Vorkath drop, double dragon dart tips, 69 of them total. Nice. There is kill number 500. I've been at Vorkath for a couple days now. It's going well, but doing basically only Vorkath is starting to drain on me a little bit. Okay, I lied. This is the best Vorkath drop. Double dragon bolt tips, if only I had a crossbow to fire them. The cash stack has reached over 10 mil here. It's going to be really nice for future soul runes that I'm going to eventually have to purchase for my shadow. This is the benefit of leaving Fletching to last. About to go next with some friends, and I KC'd first, meaning I'm just idling in next bank instead of doing nothing. I can whip out the Fletching supplies and can make some headless arrows. 1,000 Vorkath kills have been completed. Coming up to this milestone, I was weighing the options of what to do next, and I've decided That 1,000 kills is more than enough Vorkath for me, and I want to bank the rest of 99 prayer with another method. Looking at my prayer tab, I have about 1,400 superior dragon bones and 700 regular dragon bones, which when combined with the ensouled heads I have in the bank from Slayer, equates to about 2 million prayer experience. That'll bring me to 11.7 mil, meaning I need another about 1.4 mil to go. There are a lot more things that Vorkath drops, but this is the important stuff. A large ass cash stack, 8k dragon bolts, 1.7k arrows, and 2.7k darts. Also got some more alkables once I make the D'hide bodies and onyx bolts. Unfortunately, didn't pick up any uniques at Vorkath, but that's kind of expected because they are crazy rare. If I'm not going to kill Vorkath, I need another way to gain prayer experience, and if anyone was paying any attention at all during leagues, prayer was primarily trained with pest control due to the 16 times experience and the 8 times minigame points. But even without those massive buffs, I think this can be a valid training method. I gain about 2,500 prayer experience per complete game. That's completed due to the 3 bonus points from the hard combat achievements. So you can think of it this way, each pest control game is about the same amount of prayer experience as a Vorkath kill, except this way is more chill and I can fletch at the same time. The combo training of the two of them together makes this potentially actually the efficient method, rather than just the chill one. 96 fletching, it's so nice to see a level again after all that Vorkath. I really gotta savor these level ups because they aren't gonna last. I've been here for about an hour, and I think long term I can expect somewhere between 25 to 28 games per hour, depending on if we get any fails where the Void Knight dies. 313,000 headless arrows, meaning I now have enough headless arrows where if I convert them all into broad arrows, that'll hit 99 fletching. Time for that fletching XP per hour to skyrocket. There is my 500th pest control game, maxing out my points at 4,000. No longer am I able to store up more points, and I gotta spend them. Well, I could spend them right away and get some prayer experience, but as the experience scales based on level, it's wise for me to get a couple levels first with my banked bones and then come back to spend the 4,000 points. Let's go use up all the bones and heads I have in the bank. Interestingly enough, if you sacrifice eggs to the shrine in the Woodcutting Guild, you get 100 prayer experience each. I didn't know that till very recently, but hey, free prayer experience and maybe we'll get lucky and pick up a piece of the chicken soup.
Oh my god. I got the evil chicken feet on 35 kills. That's crazy.
I looked it up. Specific item is 1 in 1,200. And there are 4 pieces to this set, making any piece 1 in 300. That's crazy to get in my first 35 chances. Ended up making a total of 84 offerings, got 84 bird's nest, 8,400 prayer experience, and 1 pair of chicken boots. I'll take it. Processed all the ensouled heads. All that remains is the dragon bones and superior dragon bone. There is level 97 prayer. Ignore the janky interface and the fact that the inventory isn't in the corner. I moved it so that I could do up-down motion instead of side-to-side motion, as it works a lot better for my wrists. To move the inventory, all you need to do is hold the Alt key down, and then you can freely drag it around in Resizable. All the bones have been used. I lost, I think it was 13 bones to a PKer. It was the last trip, and I was being lazy, not looking at the screen with him catching me on my way to the altar. But those were the only bones I lost. I will take that for using over 2,000. Whoops. Wasn't recording, but I spent 620 points, and the reason for spending those 620 points is that it got me to the point where if I bank back up to 4,000 points, it'll be enough to get 99 in one fell swoop. I guess 80 or so more games to go. I am glad this is over. The final pest control game, 4,000 points banked up. All I need to do now to max is fletch. I got a little bit lazy on the fletching part while doing pest control and didn't make as much progress as I wanted, but the good news is that I can just chill at the bank now and make the remaining 237,000 broad arrows, and once that's done, I'm max, baby. 97 fletching, 2 more levels to go.
I'm not really sure how many hours it's been, but this is going to be the last craft of the broad arrows, which is going to get me up to level 99 fletching. That is my second to last 99. I'm 2 levels away. And what have you known it? I got 99 prayer banked as well. Purchase 100 here. It's getting me up to level 98. There is 98 prayer and combat level 126. And now this is the very, very last moment. I just got to click through this 35 times and we're going to max. And the final 100 points. There is level 99 prayer and max total of 2277. Woo! I've reached the highest possible total level of 2277. This has taken quite a long time. Basically what happened was I got the fan kit about a month ago, and then at that point I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna put my time into maxing. And this month has basically been going for just that. And I got my pickaxe and my axe here, and I can make my way over to Max Cape Island. Also, didn't forget my cash stack. We talked to Max here, and we're able to buy some capes. We're gonna buy one Max Cape for 2.2 million, and then we're going to buy another Max Cape because I'm gonna convert my assembler into that. There is also the option of making the Infernal Max Cape, but I want to keep some difference of like the icons in the inventory. Otherwise, I will get very confused. But the Max Cape has a whole bunch of teleports on it. It basically has all 26 skill capes, not 26, 23 skill capes in one. So that makes it super nice. I think I can use the Masori assembler on the cape here, and I'm going to combine the item alongside the cape, and now I have the Masori assembler max cape. It functions identical to an assembler, so it provides the stat bonus you can see here, provides the +8 range accuracy and the +2 range strength that the cape does, but the big advantage is this only weighs 2 kilograms, while the assembler normally weighs 9 kilograms, so you get a little bit of a benefit there. The total playtime was 265 days and 16 hours, though that does have a ton of AFK time. You could definitely optimize this, and I'm also done a lot of raiding, so you can get that down a lot quicker. But I would say if you're not focused on skilling and you're going more of a PVM route, maxing in this amount of time with a lot of this being AFK time is pretty reasonable. We're looking at like 6,000 hours, I think is what that breaks out to. But yeah, I have a max cape. Now to figure out what to do next.